All right, looking at 10.7, we're still multiplying polynomials, but they group some of these multiplication problems into a section called special products of binomials. Um, so when you look at A here, you'll notice that these binomials look very similar, except the sign in the middle is different. When you spot this, those are called conjugate pairs. Um, and so I'm going to put a little star next to that, and we're going to just kind of look over each of these. Here, again, that would be conjugate pairs, so I'll put a star by it. This is not conjugate pairs, not conjugate pairs. Nope. Okay, because see the sign in the middle is the same. But when we come down to this one I here, that is going to be conjugate pairs. Now we might not get through all these in this video, but let's try to tackle a few of these here. So let's look what happens when we do conjugate pairs here. When we do f, or the first thing, we get x squared. When we do the outside multiplication, we get positive 7x, and when we do the inside, we get negative 7x. Okay, and then for last, we get negative 49. So what students and what people start to realize is that this middle section in conjugate pairs ends up canceling out. Okay, so we really wouldn't have to do all the multiplication. If we did a few of these, we'd realize the middle part always cancels out. Okay, for conjugate pairs. So knowing that, when we do this multiplication, I would maybe just do the first part and get 9x to the fourth, and then I would just do the last part and get minus 36, and that's going to work for us. And you can test it. Okay, the middle terms will cancel out. So looking at C here, we saw something similar to that back in 10.6 on the last one. When we see this squared, just remember that to square something is to take it times itself. Okay, take it times itself. And then you can work this out. There are some little shorter, I guess some students call them shortcuts, but I just say do the FOIL and you'll get it correct, okay? So you got x times x is x squared. Then if you think about outside, you get 3x, and inside you get 3x, so plus 6x. And then 3 times 3 is 9, okay? So this falls under the special product of binomials because this is a squared binomial, okay? Here's another squared binomial. So I'm just going to write this out. 5x plus 2 times 5x plus 2, okay? So I get 25, I almost said 10, 25x squared. Outside is going to be 10x. Inside is going to be 10x, so I get 20x, and then 2 times 2 is 4. Okay. Next, we have matching binomials, so that falls under special product. 2x times 2x is 4x squared. Outside is negative 2x. Inside is negative 2x. Sometimes I write those down just real small and look at them. I got negative 2x, negative 4x, and then negative 1 times negative 1, positive 1. Okay, you'll get the hang of these, practice them a little bit, work them carefully. Here, again, I got a match, so this would fall under special product rule. It might have looked even like this at the start of the problem for some of you. It's just a squared binomial. So be careful when you take x to the third times x to the third. That's x to the sixth because of our power rule, or our exponent rules. Outside is 6x to the third. Inside is 6x to the third. So I have 12x to the third. And then last I have 6 times 6 is 36. Okay. And then let's just wrap these three up in the video here. Video might be a little longer than normal, but let's finish them up here. This is not a special product, but we can still multiply it out by FOIL here. We get x to the third times x to the third is x to the sixth. Outside is negative 4x cubed. Inside is 6x cubed. So I have 2x cubed. And then last I have 6 times negative 4 is negative 24. Okay. Now there's some other techniques you'll see on if you look on YouTube for multiplying polynomials. You know, there's this box technique that some students use, or that's, you know, if you're having trouble, you know, email me and I'll try to find some other videos or different methods to teach you. Okay. Here again, I'd like to tell students, you know, just write this out, it times itself. Okay. And then we got x to the fourth. Outside is negative 7x. Inside is negative 7x. Oh, x squared, okay. And it's negative 7 times negative 7 is 49. So, and then the last one here, it's conjugate pairs. I put the star by it earlier, so I know I just have to multiply x times x. That gives me x squared. And then multiply the last, I get minus y squared. Okay. Remember, the middle terms will cancel out with conjugate pairs. So 10.7, just write them out, use FOIL, recognize conjugate pairs for the slightly shorter multiplying process where you don't have to do the O and the I of FOIL. Okay. All right, we'll look at this one next, and that will wrap up 10.7.